My name is Nisha, and I'm a transgender. In my home, we have the Sharia law, which is for men impersonating as women or cross-dressing. This law has been a fact badly towards the transgender community in Malaysia. We, the transgender community, with some feminist group, are trying to work together to make a campaign for ourselves because we want to fight for our rights in Malaysia. But sadly to say, when I go around to factories, to NGOs, or to anywhere, even to the government, to ask for funds, when I say it's about transgender, they say no, this is against Islam.
I noticed that the activism in Uganda right now is far much better than we had, before the international community started speaking out against homophobia in our countries. I saw a new breed of activism. I saw activists reciting Secretary Hillary Clinton's speech on human rights, the word for word. These stories give me hope that one day we will be free in our own country. And for me, these are stories that journalists don't write about when they come to Africa. But seeing that we have actually managed to get some support, from some Ugandans who believe that LGBT rights are human rights and human rights are LGBT, and human rights are LGBT rights, it gives me strength to even stand as a human rights defender in a very homophobic country that Uganda is.
As a direct consequence of British colonialism, my country has laws which criminalize any form of sexual intimacy between men and laws against cross-dressing. At this point, we said enough is enough. We filed a landmark suit against the state challenging the constitutional validity of these insidious laws against cross-dressing. This case is the first of its kind in the Caribbean to challenge laws which discriminate against LGBT people. Next month will mark 2 years since we filed the suit in Guyana. And with the case still in court, we are optimistic that we will have a favorable decision.
Ahmadinejad wants to say that homosexuality is not acceptable in Iran. Therefore, the people in the West are organized as homosexuals do not exist. And the society does not accept them, and therefore they have no rights in the society. The Iranian penal code is harsher for men than for women, and if two men engage in homosexual behavior, there is severe punishment, which is death. But for women, after 3 times, there is death penalty. But for the first 2 times, there are 100 lashes. The more we talk about LGBT rights as part of human rights, the better chances we have to have a tolerant society. And that requires a lot of cultural work, education, sharing stories about individuals who have been under pressure from their family or have been discriminated against by society. By documenting human rights violations, you have a story to tell. Those stories can be shared with members of the community. Also, that brings about accountability by people who perpetrate violence against LGBT individuals. And by empowering the LGBT community to document discriminations and injustice against them, we can empower them to protect themselves in the future, to be stronger, to have a narrative to share.